According to the New York Times, Donald Trump has completed a stunning political comeback. And while our state of Maryland stayed true blue and overwhelmingly voted for the Democratic nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris, it was a difficult evening for Democrats when the election was called early Wednesday morning for Donald Trump. In political terms, the election wasn't close, not in the Electoral College or in the popular vote, which no Republican has done since 2004. The New York Times states that Harris's defeat was a rejection of both Biden's performance as president and her own brief campaign. Nancy Peggy Noonan, no Trump lover she, said it was the woke regime that people have come to experience as an invading force in their lives. The country has been waiting 4 years to hear from its leaders. What are America's interests? Is she right?
I think the Dems lost the popular vote for the first time since, since 2004.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that they've lost. Now, in this election, there's a big turnout. Trump won the popular vote handily. I will say this: he did not get as of this moment. He has not received as many votes as he did in his last run. But the final votes are in. I think it's hard to generalize, but I do think the issue of how much eggs cost at the store, and maybe to some extent immigration made the difference. I think it's wrong to assume that we know what's in the mind of all the voters. But I also do think that the Democratic Party assumes a lot about voting groups, which is wrong. That people of color are going to vote one way. That the issues are, everyone's a liberal if you live in a certain area, which is untrue. And I think it's going to require a lot of self-examination to get itself back together. I think Kamala did the best she could under limited circumstances. She did really, really well on the scale of things. So far, she's gotten 69 million votes. That's more than Hillary did in 2016. She's almost up to Obama's number in 2008, but Trump blew her out of the water. That's for sure. And that says something about our country. What I don't know, and you Republicans will have to explain it to me, is the Republican Party just the Trump Party now? You'll have to let me know about that because can't figure you all out.
Well, I'm going to let Dwight answer that in a second. But Dwight, former George Bush advisor Scott Jennings said, "I'm interpreting the results tonight as the revenge of the working class Americans, the anonymous American who's been crushed, insulted, condescended to." He said, "They're not garbage. They're not Nazis. They're just regular people who get up every day and go to work and try to make a better life for their kids." And even though this was from a Republican, Senator Bernie Sanders said also almost as much when he said that the Democratic Party has forgotten the working class. What do you say?
I say I agree. And I'll tell you this, they need to take a page out of the Bill Clinton 1992 playbook. I think Kamala lost it when she focused on socialism. It's the economy, stupid. When you're paying $5 for a gallon of milk, $5 plus for a loaf of bread, and you're paying $3 to $4 a gallon at the gas pumps, that's what people care about. Abortion is not the end all and be all. And that's what she ran on. Basically, you vote, he's bad. He's going to take away your rights of choice. And that is patently untrue. And President Trump won because I think people saw past the wokeness of the Harris-Biden Democrat playbook this time around. They really need to go back to their, James Carville on MSNBC said it best, it's that the wokeness is what basically did in their campaign, frankly.
It's really debatable, and I think we'll obviously, once we get election results and some post-election interviews and that came out from people, find out what happened. But it's certainly a stunning upset. and a remarkable turn of events. Not many people expected that. I thought, personally, I thought President Trump did capture that spirit of, what he would do for America. And that struck a resonance with the middle class, the flyover class. I mean, those were the people that came out strong, I thought. But any other final thoughts from anybody?
Yeah, I mean, this just shows that, one, the American people have seen past and they understand electing President Trump it's about for Main Street or Wall Street. And Kamala represented Wall Street while President Trump represented Main Street. President Trump understands the struggles families go through every day when they go to the supermarket or pump gas. They're working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. Kamala was out of touch.
Well, I'm going to answer Nancy.
Trump is a good salesman. He will say whatever he needs to say, and we'll see. I mean, it's all about the tax cuts for billionaires, classic Republican objectives, and we'll see how that all turns out, won't we?
Well, Nancy, I'm going to give a prediction on your question, which is whether this is the party of Trump or the Republican Party. I think it has the makings for the Republican Party, but I think the next person who runs in 2028 is going to have one heck of a time holding that coalition together, and also the charisma that Trump exhibited that spoke to a lot of people. And you can say he was a salesman. You said people said the same thing about Reagan. But there's the making of a real political movement there.